an anarcho-syndicalist commune. We take it in turns to act as a sort of executive officer for the week.
Yes.
But all the decisions of that officer have to be ratified at a special bi-weekly meeting.
Yes, I see.
By a civil majority in the case of purely internal affairs.
Be quiet.
But by a two-thirds majority in the case of more
Be quiet.
I order you to be quiet.
Look, you stupid bastard, you've got no arms left.
Yes, I have. Look! Just a flesh wound.
I don't believe I've seen such a display of courage, skill, nerve, grace, stupidity.
I'll do you for that. Oh, what? Come here. What are you going to do, bleed on me? I'm invincible!
You're a loony.
The Black Knight always triumphs!
Welcome on, welcome all, and it is that time for Roundtable Live here at RevolutionRadioFreedomSlips.com. Be rolling on till 4 a.m. in the morning Eastern Time. New ideas, different hosts every night, different subjects every night. You never know what's going to happen right here at the Roundtable Live. King Arthur has nothing on us. We're going round and round.
Welcome to Wild at Heart Roundtable Show. This is Noreen Helpan, and I'm broadcasting to you live from Southern California, where it is 9 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. And on the Revolution Radio schedule for Studio A, this show is on 12 midnight Eastern Daylight Time. Revolution Radio is a listener support station, so donate money. You can do this by hitting donate on the site support page. You become a Patreon if you want. You can buy things from the Zazzle store. What else? There's many ways to donate and support the station. You can make a check or money order mailed out in the name of Revolution Radio to staff member Terry Ackerman, and her address is on the bottom of the page. So, wow, I'm in a good mood, but I have to report we've had a pretty active news day today, right? First, I should say hello to my friends in chat. So, a lot of people in there. Hey, Jim Jones, Eagle Flower, Lady Horse, a lot of people. Fleeced, I think, is in there. A lot of people are in there. Grog, Flat Moon Pie, Pac Woman. Did I say everybody? I think a couple staff members that are in here. Lady Horse, Amad, I think I said already. I don't know if Mr. Rose in here. Anyway, all right. So as I said, oh man, wow. Unreal. Yeah, I'm in a good mood all of a sudden, and I have to report something. Anyway, well, I guess I might as well, right? Yeah, Olivia Newton-John died today at age 73. Now, she had an ongoing long battle with breast cancer. I think she first discovered it in the 90s, and then I think it went into remission and came back in 2018. Now, there's always a question, did she get jabbed? The irony is when I searched for that, actually there was an article in The Sun, maybe it was just this last year, where her daughter was very anti-COVID jab. So she went along with her daughter's advice and did not get jabbed, you guys. So looks to me like this was a death through cancer. She wasn't jabbed. Good for her. So even though she, she died of cancer, at least she didn't die of the jab, right? You know what, Nick, can you play just maybe a minute or two of the song Magic? She had a lot of hits, you guys, many, right? A lot. She sang a lot of songs in Greece, and she had her own, remember, I think a big hit she did was I Honestly Love You. But Magic was a great song, right? From Xanadu, the movie. And I know Nick loves that song. So, Nick, can you play like about a minute or so of that song in honor of Olivia Newton-John?
No, that's licensed. I'm not sure. I think we can do a few seconds. That's
Okay.
before.
Oh, that's right. I forget about the copyright. Okay, do a few seconds and thank you, Nick. If you want to chime in on her and her music, I know you love this song like I do and a lot of people. If you want to say something about it, you can.
Yeah, it was actually the second song that I liked as a very young boy. First one was Devil Woman by Cliff Richard. I remember I was just out of diapers singing that, and making my aunt actually is the one who told me to stop because I was just doing it over and over again. Sha woman. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't know the words. I just made up whatever. But then, later on, Magic was number one, and I don't know. I discovered music really late, and I just couldn't stand the commercials. And I couldn't, so radio really wasn't my thing. And, it wasn't until around, 1984 when Van Halen came out with that album that I really kind of finally started to really get into music. But in the meantime, before that, I think those were the only two songs I really liked was Magic by Olivia Newton-John. And then Christopher Cross, I believe, was the artist who came up with Sailing.
Yeah, which I love too. Yeah.
Well, sure, and I'm not saying it's a bad song. I was just very angry that such a beautiful, angelic song could be removed from top. I mean, that should be number one for 10 years. I liked it that much.
That is a magic. It's funny that some of the lyrics contain the term or word magic. And that was really a great magical song, really.
Well,
I mean, everything about it.
Person.
Oh, yeah.
Very angelic.
Even her, recent pictures from a year ago, she still had that real adorable smile.
Yeah.
Very sweet. Yeah, it's just, anyway, I mean.
You can't help but think that this was, just a gift to the world, this person. And, the goodness just radiated out of her all the way until today. She was very pleasing to look at, to just think about, and I'm sure to be around as well.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the world is nice when people like that. And really, as far as I'm concerned, we could all be like that. It's just that some of us are blessed, and the rest of us, we aspire. And unfortunately, we've forgotten how to aspire anymore. And now we're muddled down in this, in this world of exploit and consume. We forget how to be, how to be the miracle that we all are. Each of us is.
Yeah, as far as I remember, in the press, she was never a controversial person. So, yeah, I mean, and I guess you could say some of her music maybe more or less reflected her. A lot of times an artist's work doesn't necessarily reflect him, because, right, that's always the case or it can be. But I think in her case, never heard any, bad press about her. So I think, I want to say, she was a native of Australia. So we have a lot of hosts on the station that are from Australia, a lot of supporters and listeners that are from Australia. So I'm sure it was a big deal, that she died to the Aussies because she's been a resident of the U.S. for a long time. I mean, I don't know if she has, who knows, okay? She may have had a home in Australia still, who knows, right? Maybe. But I know that she lived here in the States a long time. She lived in Florida and California, and I think she did die on her ranch here in Southern California. So, she, I think, because of her work, it just was natural for her to live here. And, I mean, so I want to say to Australians that are part of the station or listening, condolences to you guys too, because she was a native Australian and she still kind of maintained her accent a little bit, right? So, wow. Jeez. Uh, when I heard that, I was so sad, but we just appreciate, what she offered us.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I don't think I ever saw the movie Grease, and
Oh, really?
there was Let's Get Physical video she did,
Right.
where she was kind of shaking her booty. She was one of the first.
Yeah, I like that song too. Yeah.
I didn't like the song. I didn't like the way it kind of exploited her physical attributes.
Right.
For me, there's this vision of someone who is just so pristine and pure, and then they kind of get exploited by Hollywood, and there's the brain drain that everyone ends up there, and it's like it's kind of indicative of a world of exploitation, where anything good just gets exploited and put to market and made for profit, and it's sad. It gets but in all that, she still maintained her semblance of purity, and that's that's kudos to her.
Right. She did a duet suddenly with Cliff Richard from the UK. That was good. She did a lot of good music.
Did you know that Elvis Presley did a cover of her tune, of a tune of hers?
No, really.
Yeah, the song "Let Me Be There." That's
another one. Right. Okay.
That's another one I like of hers. My second favorite of her tunes is "Let Me Be There." And Elvis Presley did a cover of that.
I like that too.
Good it was.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's really cool.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I feel happy now talking about her. Actually, it's kind of really nice.
How can you not?
I know. Did you know that she owned a store called Koala Blue? Now, I never went to it, but it was down right here where I live in Orange County at the South Coast Plaza Mall. That's a big mall, okay? It's a high-end big mall. Well, not high-end only, but a huge shopping center, outlet thing, mall, really, shopping center. And she owned, and I never went there. I think I walked by it. I mean, she closed that place a long time ago, but it was open for a while, and it was called Koala Blue, and she actually sold things from Australia, whether they be little stuffed koala bears or clothing, right? So that was kind of her little retail thing at that time. This is maybe in the early 90s, something like that. So, yeah. So anyway, well, on to more current events in terms of other things. Everybody knows by now that Donald Trump's house in Mia Largo, Florida, not Georgia. Okay, I don't know why I was thinking that was Georgia. It got raided by the FBI. So who knows what that's about? I think that is so strange. To me, that is strange. Okay, strange. Period. I don't think we've ever had a sitting president, or no, he's not a president anymore, or an ex-president, former president, who has had his house, raided by a 3-letter agency. In this public manner. I'm not so sure it's ever happened before. But very strange to me. Coinciding with this whole Alex Jones thing, the litigants are trying to sue him for millions of dollars, which, whatever, okay, and in Austin, Texas, and, supposedly he apologized to these victims or whatever from Sandy Hook, saying, sorry, I said that your story is false and that Sandy Hook is a false flag. I apologize. He did this like 7 years ago. And then now they're drudging this up and trying to throw it back at him. All this is, okay, you guys, is whether you love or hate or whatever, like Donald Trump, Alex Jones is almost irrelevant, because what's happening to them is more relevant. That, they're being almost targeted just for A, who they are, B, the things they've said, and C, what they represent. Okay? And this is just very bad precedence for our country and our rights, right? So what are they trying to do? throw Donald Trump in jail? I don't think that could be done. Do you, Nick?
Well, did they find anything, or what was the probable cause that they had to get a warrant in the first place?
Well, I'm assuming, and I should probably look this up, it has maybe something to do with January 6th, but I'm not sure. Because I didn't hear anything about Russian collusion with this, so I'm not thinking it's that. Well, it's just, they're just trying to find something just to do something, right? I don't know.
As amazing as it is to say, it is clear that Alex Jones does not realize just how illegitimate this system is.
Yeah.
And, he thinks that when a judge lowers the gavel, that it has force or effect. And that's the only reason it has force or effect, because we believe it. I mean, Alex Jones has access to, so much more information than the vast majority of us have. I guess he's just not looking in the right places, because all of these court cases, like Sandy Hook, I mean, there's no way you can ever think that's legitimate if you're taking an objective look at the evidence. I mean, for me, that guy giggling before he comes to the mic and starts, changing it to crying, I think is a dead giveaway. And there's so much evidence. I don't understand how even Jim Fetzer, even he lost his lawsuit, didn't he?
I think with him, he lost it, but he was supposed to go to jail too, or I don't know. He's still paying for, he's still paying damages, I think. I think he's still paying. He has like a fund. I don't know. It's very strange.
So it does indicate just how powerful they can create this fantasy and actually make enough people think that it's legitimate. And the rest of us think we have to go along. I mean, once we get the mindset that the government never had a right to tell us anything we can or can't do, that's step one into learning how to immunize ourselves. Because once we can show that we've caused no harm to anybody, and enough of us understand the concept, and really, that's not even that far out of concept of, if you have done no harm, you have committed no crime. Simple as that. And that's becoming a lot more mainstream, that mentality, in the libertarian, platform, political ideology. That's what the libertarians believe, that you cannot have committed a crime. You cannot have transgressed. You cannot be charged with anything if you haven't caused anyone else harm or loss. Right? And that's the truth with Alex Jones, with Jim Fetzer. They haven't harmed anybody. And the people who are claiming, if Sandy Hook was real, and there were real parents who really lost their children, and there's people trying to say they hadn't, I can see how that causes harm. But clearly Sandy Hook was a complete hoax. And there was a school safety expert, Wolfgang Halbig. Was it Wolfgang? I forget. His last name was Halbig or Halbig. Who himself, they wouldn't let him in because it was all a joke. That school had been closed for 2 years, full of asbestos, and was empty. There's a lot of evidence that shows Adam Lanza never existed. It was all just a made up thing. So they haven't harmed anybody. They have caused no harm, and therefore are immune to prosecution. As soon as enough of us get that straight in our heads, then there's nothing the government can do anymore. That's really the answer. That's our escape route.
Right.
We have to stand up to these guys and say, hey, man, I'm not your slave. I'm not your little boy, your little pet that you can order around anymore. So that's what has to change. And it is unsettling that guys like Alex Jones and Jim Fetzer, who do have access to the information, are absolutely correct that Sandy Hook was a hoax not just a false flag, but an outright hoax didn't happen.
Yeah.
And it's amazing that they can create this fantasy and then actually prosecute people who shine a light on what a fake fantasy this is and make the prosecution stick. That is unsettling. But then again, I'm not surprised because, people are just too obedient.
Mm-hmm.
We're still in this by our own decision, by our own choosing. By the way, we're still spiraling down the tubes, and it's because we won't snap out of it.
Somebody mentioned about the Patriot Act. That kind of enabled this weird stuff to occur. Yeah.
So that's still in effect?
I think.
I feel like that if Trump was able to, he probably would have trashed that Patriot Act thing. Clearly he wasn't able to. Like, I don't blame Trump for anything.
Yeah. Right.
I think he really tried to change things. And so did Reagan at first.
Yeah.
They tried.
Seems like Jim Fetzer's case is still in litigation. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Well, he had lost something a few months ago, like last year sometime.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess there's more to come. I guess he lost one lawsuit, and there's 20 more to go or something. I don't know.
Right.
He'll only be about $1 billion or $2 billion in debt when it's all done.
Yeah. Yes.
But then, again, I go outside, I look up, and there's chemtrails all over the place. Yeah, we're still in this. We're still,
Yeah.
I'm going to use this analogy this one time because I'm actually saying we're the frogs in the pot of water with the heat slowly turned up. Right. Yeah, that's what they're doing.
Yeah.
I don't like that analogy, but when I say we're the ones in there, that's what it is.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't really know how they can think that this is a good thing for them to do this to a former president. Raid his house.
Well, everything evil is good for them. Yeah.
Yeah.
If whatever they can get out of it, and one thing they don't do is something that only yields one result. They're very good at doing these operations that serve 50 purposes minimum. So for me, for you and me, it's next to impossible to analyze what the motive is, what the result is.
Right. Right.
But it's just they're just showing that they're just flexing their muscle, doing the bodybuilder routine on the stage, just flexing away, and we're all just they're so powerful. And that's what perpetuates it. It's our belief in it. And people don't realize, you're blaming us. No, I'm showing the fact that we could change this tomorrow if we put our minds to it. We are the solution because we are the problem.
We could change it tomorrow, but in reality, it's more like we can make the statement and then eventually everything else will change. But, it takes a while to actually change the actual situation. But, yeah, I know what you're saying.
What would accelerate things is if everybody listening were in proximity. Okay, so we could join together at a gymnasium or something. A couple hundred of us, a couple thousand of us, whatever. And start forming grand juries. Start indicting these people. It's been attempted a few times, but the effort kind of always fizzles out. And the people behind it turn out to be, shills anyway. But
that's the bad part.
Yeah, and we possibly could start using Zoom or something to do some remote grand jury. And I've talked to a couple of lawyers about, this strategy, but they don't really want to respond. I mean, something like that would certainly destroy their careers. So
See, that's a problem. And also, I think something like that would be nipped by these powers because, right, they would try to stop it right away.
Well, they can try to stop it, but the thing is, the reason lawyers can't really get involved is because they have a license. And, of course, the first thing that happens is they lose the license. They lose their livelihood. And so what we need is non-lawyers who have nothing to lose. Mm-hmm. Nothing that can be taken away. You know, and they will go for your families. They will go for, trying to screw you over anyways. You have a job somewhere, so they'll go and screw you over for that job. They have that power. Mm-hmm. I have no doubt they can hire 10 people to just move in next door to you and just gang stalk you for the rest of your life. And they can just pay their way, and one day they can just revoke and stop paying them and make them all desperate and have to go and break into your house and kill you and steal everything.
Yeah.
I don't like to talk that way, but this is one of their strategies.
That is a problem,
Well, that's the thing is we have to do what is right regardless. So Plato said, even at the risk of death, it is our duty to go and try to free the slaves. And that's our only chance is we have to free other slaves or we will be recaptured. It's only when we get enough slaves freed that we can finally, have the force of, numbers to maintain our freedom and perpetuate it. Mm-hmm. Just listening to John Lennon's... Go ahead.
Uh-huh.
I was just listening to John Lennon's Imagine. And, just imagine all the people living in peace. Mm-hmm. Done. That's it.
Mm. I don't know. It's,
for some of us, it seems simple. I live in peace, and I live to try to help others, try to make the world better in general. And that way the world is better for me as well, right? So I don't sacrifice by serving others. I actually serve myself at the same time. So I've learned how to do that, and when everybody learns how to do that, we can defeat the beast.
Mm-hmm. Right. So what I was saying is, this last week, 6 Canadian doctors died after being jabbed, boosted. Most of these were on their 4th boost. And this was in Toronto, Canada. So, that's a big story. And, my friend and guest on the show, Rudy Krause, he's from Toronto. So he knew that hospital where these doctors were working at, the ones that died. So, there's a video, Nick, that I sent you. It's by Salty Cracker. So it's going to have some humor to it, but he does talk about this. Do you want to play some of this?
Okay. It's the one you sent me recently?
Yeah, it's just before, if you scroll up from Olivia Newton-John song, it's there. I don't know if there's any F-bombs in here, so forgive me if I didn't catch them, but this is kind of funny, so oh well. But not funny. It's a serious topic, obviously, okay? But...
Oh, okay. Okay. Dutch farmers. No, not that one. Okay. Oh, starts out with that guy? Oh my God. Okay, here we go.
You're not gonna get COVID if you have these vaccinations. Hey folks, guess you heard this morning I tested positive for COVID.
And when people are vaccinated, they can feel safe that they are not going to get infected.
Dr. Fauci says he has COVID.
Well, no F-bombs yet, but they sure are dropping a lot of V-bombs.
Again.
Nothing to see here, lads. It's just 4 doctors, 3 of them from one hospital, the 4th one from another local hospital, all in a Canada province, and they're all dead. I'm sure it has to do with climate change within the hospitals. You see, I'm sure these are all WEF Trudeau compliant hospitals, and they ain't using that pesky air condition. Not until they can figure out how to get air conditioners that run off of rainbows and fifis. They ain't using them. And now all of the doctors in this area are dead. 4 of them in 1 week. Don't question it. Don't question that they just were mandated to take a 4th booster in Canada. Don't fucking question it. It's fucking climate change. Or racism. Or maybe Pootie Poot killed them, boys. Maybe Pootie Poot did it. But anyway, rest assured, there's nothing to see here. Hospitals confirmed deaths of 4 physicians, and they're telling you it has nothing to do with the vaccine, so you can take that to the bank. They would never lie to you. And by the way, it's like 4. It's 4 doctors. That's not that many when you take into account how many doctors are actually in Canada. Hold on a second. Oh, shit. Fifth doctor? Warmington. 5th doctor dead. I'm sure she's a big old obese ham beast, right? 80-year-old Dr. No? Triathlete? Was she just required to take her 4th fucking Fauci shot? Warmington, triathlete, 27, becomes 5th GTA doctor to die in July. Okay, I know what you're thinking. Got to do something about this climate change. Is there a vaccine? Is there an mRNA? Bill Gates, Dr. Anthony Fauci. Vaccine for climate change? Gotta be one. Gotta be 18 of them, by the way. Gotta take 18 shots on the fucking equinox, boys. Just how it works, all right? Don't be a druid. Don't be a pagan. Anyway, okay. All right. 5th doctor. 5th doctor in 2 weeks. Don't worry. Don't question it. Don't look into it. Nothing to see here. Dear God, please be it. Oh, wait, no. Shit. 6th doctor. Okay, come on. When are we going to start asking questions, ladies? I'm sitting there going, I worked in this place where they had, fucking California full of lefty Kool-Aid heads, right? And they had a bike group. And 2 of them were in very minor car accidents. And the entire bike group was like, okay, this is it. We're probably not going to be doing this anymore. It's too dangerous. All these fucking people in their cars. Climate changing, the planet trying to kill us while we protect the planet. 'Cause we're so good. We're so great as we ride our bikes. Were your bikes made out of rainbows, assholes? No, definitely not. Anyway, 2 of them in minor, like a bump. Some pussy got a fucking scrape on a knee. It's like, that's it, but this is too dangerous. Okay, holy shit, this is your 6th doctor in like 2 weeks, dead. All from local hospitals, by the way, where a mandate kicked in that they needed to be up to date on their climate change shots or something like this. I don't know, I can't keep up because I ain't playing along with this fucking nonsense out there, but I would imagine.
Okay, do we get the point there? Noreen? Noreen, you disappeared. Okay, well.
No.
Yes. Okay. You want me to keep playing this? Popped in for a second. Okay. I guess she wants me to keep playing it. Okay, here we go.
Motherfuckers better start asking questions. Could you imagine being a doctor in one of these fucking hospitals in Canada? You sit there, you get the fucking memo. You get an email. You open up your computer. You got mail, bitch. And it says, hey.
Hello, Nick.
Hello,
I guess my mute button was not behaving, okay? My unmute button, I'm sorry. So I was trying to say, no, you don't have to play it. Yeah, and then I went mute. So anyway, sorry about that. No, I think we got the point. It's just,
No, I like what he says about, we got to go, I'll get vaccinated for climate change. That's funny. That's kind of
I know,
what it
that's
is.
fine.
Yeah, it's just as absurd as this whole COVID farce.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, Darren. He asked me, Darren asked me, is this your video? I said, no, it's mine. My choice. By Salty Cracker. That's the guy who does it. Salty Cracker. Okay, Salty. He is funny, though. I mean, I know it's a little bit too many F-bombs for the station. Forgive me, but I think the video is pretty funny, if you ask me, how he kind of talks about the Fauci, right? The Fauci on the climate change jab, right? Like, it's kind of funny. It's unique like that. So anyway, yeah. So there were six of them that died. And, Darren thought that you were going crazy, that was you talking and that you were going crazy. Oh, that's funny.
Do I sound like that guy?
No, you don't. Not to me.
Yeah,
I just saw a bug. Go ahead. What?
For me, when somebody, uses profanity that way, I don't have patience for that. It's just ridiculous, and you wear it out. It's like walking over a carpet thousands of times. You wear it out, right?
I agree. Yeah. Although someone like him is so out there that he can kind of get away with it. But
I'm saying he would be far more effective if he quelled that, if he started to use more mature language. And you appeal to a much wider audience, too. The occasional F-bomb, fine. I get it. That's it's part of the vernacular. But to do it that way gratuitously is just a joke. You just make yourself into just a yahoo.
Well, I think he's funny, but that's me.
Otherwise,
I like him.
yes, I agree. I'm not saying he's not, but I'm saying he would be much more effective if he grew up a little bit.
Yeah, well, he's
just
a
in that
comedian.
One way. Don't grow up in other ways. Like be jovial and immature sometimes, sure. But just in that one way, as far as I'm concerned. Settle down.
Darren says that you have class more than this guy. Yeah, this Salty Cracker is more of a comic or comedian, so it's a little bit different, but yeah.
Yeah, and the name Salty does mean, abrasive.
Right.
Is kind of a synonym for that, yeah. So I get it. I just
I like how he calls it the. Okay, I got it. I get it. Yeah, I just think it's funny how he calls it. Or was it the Fauci job? Or it's like funny to me, stuff like that. The Fauci job, whatever. It's funny. Highlighting these weirdos. Like, oh, people in chat are hopping. Let's see what they're saying. Chat. The salt must flow. Yes, Monster. He knows this guy. The salt must flow. Salty Cracker. Hi, Malia.
It's funny he says that. I've been shooting my bug assault rifle all over the place. I got flies for some reason. So do
I. I was just going to say I've been seeing bugs out of the corner of my eye tonight. How about you?
Well, I don't know what's happening. I know, this place is not unsanitary, but it is a bit cluttered. I've got so many hobbies and projects that are half finished. Piles of these totes everywhere. The basement is full. And I don't know if something died down there, and I've got flies. And I get them. They like the back door. They try to get out, so I can open the back door and let them out. But when all the lights are off, they clutter onto my TV because that's the only light source. So I've been shooting my TV with my bug assault rifle, and what it does is it shoots a shake of salt at bugs and kills them. And luckily, it doesn't damage my TV screen.
Right.
So the salt
you know
is
what?
flowing out of that.
Yeah, that's right. That's a good one. That's a good analogy, actually. Willow sent a link about this. I was in the new chat not long ago. I couldn't get through. I don't know. They're trying to promote the new chat. Are you in the new chat too? I don't know. I'm trying to get in there.
I don't. To tell you the truth, what I've seen so far, I don't really like it. It looks. I
don't like it. It doesn't move that much, and it just looks like a bunch of videos posted. It's kind of,
and it looks like every single post has at something, your whole email address. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't like it either.
We'll see how it plays out. I guess the Chatsy chat is going away sometime this month, sometime this month.
Oh, no. I think this is more interactive. I don't know, whatever.
Well, we'll see.
By the way, Nick, are you going to help me to rectify this weird keyboard situation? I can't. I can only type. I can't do capitals or symbols.
I asked you if you rebooted again.
Well, I didn't do it again. I'll have to do that.
That's the first
I
thing you
didn't.
do. When you reboot and you have any problems, first thing you do is reboot again.
Okay. Yeah, you're right though. This problem happened after I rebooted. Then I have to reboot again. Yeah. Okay. Got it. All right.
That's the first thing you do. See if that fixes it. If not, then you look at other things. Another thing to try is unplug your keyboard, plug it into a different USB port.
Okay.
If the keyboard is in good condition and it's not too old, then it should be fine.
Okay.
It's probably your driver that's kind of messed up right now.
Maybe. I realize how important it is to be able to do capital letters and symbols, you know. It's like kind of weird when you're just typing like straight out, like lowercase with no symbols. I mean, I could do periods and commas. I can do those. But I can't do anything else.
Yeah, your shift key is not
kind of
working.
Weird.
Caps lock isn't working.
Right. Bingo. Yes, that's it. So, oh wow, there's flies around here. Okay, whatever. Just one. Just one, but still. Well, here in Southern California, we had a relatively cool summer until 2 days ago. It started getting humid. And for my physical condition, not good. So I had to put on the air conditioning for a short while, off and on. I don't like having to do that, but I had to. How is the weather where you're at in Manitoba, Winnipeg?
Well, it's been a beautiful summer. We've had a lot more rain this year than previous couple of years. And even though that means more mosquitoes, it's still much nicer overall, much more green. There's less threat of forest fires. It's all around nicer this year because we got extra rain. Farmers should be happy as long as they don't chemtrail the crops to death like they are doing sometimes. It's been very nice. I have a small window air conditioner, but I haven't had to use it too much. It's only during the day if it's hot in here and hot outside, then I'll use it. But at night, it usually cools off enough. I have a window fan. I can just pump in fresh air in one window, leave a window at the other end of the house open, and that cools me down pretty quick for cheap. Why don't you like using your air conditioner?
Oh, you know what it is? It's just, I like it now, but in the past, this is not true anymore, but my body would react like it would be, I'd get hot, I would turn it on, and then it'd get too cold. But that's not really the case anymore, because I think it's because we're more humid here now, you know, but, and also it costs a little bit of money, but you know what? Whatever. If I need it, I need it. So I don't feel the same about it anymore. I'm okay with it.
Yeah, my hydro bill was over $100.
It's central air.
My hydro bill was over $100 last month because I used my air conditioner as much as I did. But it was worth it because, you know, I'd be working either out back or at another house. And, you know, so sweaty and dirty. And, man, you step in the house and it's just right. You know, it's not too cold. It's nice and cool. And you just go, it's just such a relief.
It is, I get it. That's how I feel, even though I'm not, you know.
Otherwise, just keeping your windows and doors, like you keep the sunny side windows, keep the curtains drawn, and, you know, don't open your doors too much. If you're staying inside, usually your house will stay cool most of the day. And also, if you get that, like what I get, is it'll be okay during the day, but at night, it seems the heat seems to linger. Even though it's cool outside, the house stays hot. So what happens is your attic gets hot. And so if you have a problem with your house being hot in the evenings, get a gable vent fan. Put a fan at your gable vent. And that pumps hot air out of your attic. And that's good in winter. You don't worry about winter, but in winters we can get ice damming in our roofs. So if you ventilate your attic, then that prevents or lessens the risk of ice damming on your roof. So
well, we don't have that problem in California, but or where I live.
We do have heat, though.
No,
So
I know.
I think every house should have an active ventilation system in their attic.
Oh, you know what? We have some of that in the garage. It's kind of weird anyway, whatever. But I know what you're talking about.
I've done work in people's attics in summer, and it's like a sauna. It doesn't even have to be warm. It can be like just room temperature outside, and the attic is a sauna. It even smells like if you're up at the gable painting or something, and you actually breathe in some of the air ventilating from the attic. It smells exactly like a sauna. Remember going into the sauna and the smell that I always thought was just salty sweat? Well, nobody's sweating in the attic, and yet it smells exactly the same. It's weird.
That's interesting. Oh, no, I believe it. Oh, well, it's like whatever. It's, yeah. Wow. Are you, yeah, there's people in chat. I think I already said hello to most people. Some new people came in. Monster, Malia, hi there. Anyway. So let me see here. Yeah, I'm still tripping out on that FBI raid at Trump's house. Seriously, because it's so bizarre to me. It's so weird. Just something out of a friggin' movie. Seriously,
So
literally.
You read an article and it didn't say what they were raiding him for? What was the cause?
No, I heard it on the radio or something. Let me look. You know what? They're going to give you different reasons. Let me take a look here. Hold on.
I mean, the entire authority system, the governments, they just get crazier and crazier. And what's amazing is no matter how crazy they are, they get away with it every time. Like how they're almost like omnipotent.
Right. Let me take a look here.
I mean, just how crazy and stupid do they have to get before we finally snap out of this? Believing that we have any obligation to obey anything they say.
Yeah. Now I'm going to ask why, and I'm going to get some weird answers. The FBI raid. Oh, let's see. Okay. Well, they're making it out to be like he's crazy, like he's making this up. Let me see.
But Trump is making up an FBI raid?
Well, that's not, no, that's just the way they made the statement. Let me take a closer look. Let me see. Okay, this is New York Times, okay? I'm just going to read it as is. It says here, Trump confirms FBI raided and occupied his Florida home, Mar-a-Lago. Okay. The FBI raided Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago estate in Florida and broke into a safe in his palatial home. A safe, okay? Currently under siege still, okay? They were looking, okay. FBI agents were reportedly searching for classified documents that Trump allegedly brought with him from the White House to Mar-a-Lago after his presidency ended. That's strange. Yeah, he said nothing like this has ever happened to a president of the United States before, Trump wrote on Truth Social. Not necessary or appropriate. Yeah. So the raid comes as the Justice Department is examining the actions of Trump in his criminal investigation of efforts to overturn the 2020 presidential election. That probe is separate from the department's investigation into his handling of classified materials. Okay. What else? I think that's about it. So there you go. Oh boy. oh boy, right?
So,
Yeah,
in other words, he
Latin,
was on the
right,
verge of exposing
exactly.
how they rigged that election, and so they decided, well, the best way to cover that up is to pretend he mishandled. I mean, just wow. That's amazing.
I know. It is, isn't it?
Yeah,
It really is.
Trump has a lot of clout, and I wouldn't be surprised if he found a way to make that blow up in their faces, everything they're doing right now.
I hope so.
The thing is, how
People
much risk
in
is
chat,
he?
yeah, people in chat are saying things like, they're looking for Putin posters on his wall. That's a good one. Flat Moon Pie. Flea said, remember when the New York Times lied us into the Iraq War? Yep. Yep. Exactly. Well, you guys, when I quote from New York Times or any of these news outlets online, I'm not trying to like pick New York Times or CNN or whatever on purpose, because all I want to read is just the basic situation, and I'm not looking to go into like correct details necessarily. I just want the basic outline. That's why. Oh my God. Fleece is on a roll tonight. I have a Putin poster on my wall right next to the Farrah Fawcett poster. Which is weird because Olivia Newton-John died today. Farrah Fawcett died like 10 years ago. She had cancer too. So that's really strange right there. But yeah. Right? Right? So let me see. Yeah, that's right. Classified information. Okay. Whatever. God. Yeah, the difference is that people that think this is cool because they don't like Trump, they're missing the point. Same thing with Alex Jones. People don't have to like him, but they're missing the point if they don't see what this is about. What this is all about. Wow. Shifting gears for a moment here. We have a few minutes before the break. And, man, I'm looking forward tomorrow to stopping at the market and getting some keto ice cream. But you guys, I want to report to you that some stores, and I'm not trying to knock these stores, okay? Some stores carry it, some don't. And with this food chain supply situation being kind of what it is, I'm having more trouble than ever locating not just the keto ice cream, but my favorite flavors. They're just, they don't make a lot of variety of flavors for keto ice cream anyway. If you're even lucky to find it at this point, it's gotten that bad. Okay. So Ralph's, okay, I know you guys are like, what's Ralph's? What's this market? Whatever that these are markets that are near me. So look them up. And if you don't have them near you, it's because you're not where I live. Okay. Whatever. Anyway, so Ralph's used to have a really good line, like a generic line. I don't know if it was Simple Truth or whatever. Organic keto ice cream. They don't have my local one don't carry it no more. So I have to go to another Ralph's to search it for it. Okay. And Stater Brothers they did carry a keto, but it was the other brand that I don't like as much. Oh boy. I think I'm going to have to try the other Ralph's. Bingo. They might have it. Oh my God. Southern California was a place where I can find just about anything I needed, right? Because we get into territory here where, because of our population size and the ethnic diversity. I'm not saying other cities in the U.S. are not, okay? I'm just saying we're one of the premier ones. You can find all kinds of food. Sushi, Thai, keto, paleo, this, and that. Okay, but now I'm having trouble locating this thing. And sorry, ice cream is not something you can order on. Well, you can order it online. You know what? That's going to cost a lot to have that freshly delivered, unmelted to my door. I'm not going to pay for that. I know rich people, they might resort to that. That's fine. People that have the money to spend to get delivery to your home of ice cream. And I know there's people that do it. I'm figuring keto ice cream is hard to get anyway, and I'm going to probably have to pay extra just for that. So anyway, here's the music. This is Noreen Helpband, Wild at Heart Roundtable Show. We'll be right back. Stay tuned.
Radio at freedomslips.com, and we'll be right back after this message.
Hey everyone, it's Barbara Jean Lindsay, the Cosmic Oracle. If you have questions about your past lives or future plans, need answers from the cosmos about your love life or career, or just want to keep your finger on the pulse of the planet, check out my show, The Cosmic Oracle, here on Revolution Radio at freedomslips.com.
Transcending time and space, let us take you to the place inside your mind where thoughts divide and mysteries unwind. Join us every Monday evening right here on Revolution Radio at freedomslips.com from 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern Time. And you will catch the Fenton Perspective with our great host, Noreen Fenton. Come listen in as she shares her amazing stories from the past to present, along with all of her guest secrets to the future. That's the Fenton Perspective every Monday evening right here from 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern Time, only on Revolution Radio. Oh, and you don't need to expect us. We're already here.
Galactic Interstellar Council on Revolution Radio Studio A, Fridays at 2 p.m. Eastern. Join us as we traverse the starseed paradigm, as expressed in the time-space continuum that we know as the divine expression of love and light. Integrating this conscious unity into the galactic paradigm. So welcome all, both terrestrial beings and galactic beings as one. So be it. You're listening to Revolution Radio.
If you think for 1 second that the Capitol will ever treat us fairly, you are lying to yourselves. Because we know who they are and what they do. This is what they do, and we must fight back. You can torture us and bomb us. Fire is catching. And if we burn, you burn with us.
Good evening.
Are you awake yet? I hope. We've tried and we've tried for years and years to use passive resistance and loud voices to make a change. But time is over. Your governments around the world have no other goal than to decimate your entire existence at the hands of the bankers and the elites. The war is coming, and it's your choice to decide if you want to be a warrior or a victim. Denial is not a choice anymore. Revolution Radio, freedomslips.com, the #1 listener-supported radio station on the planet. Not giving up. Revolution Radio.
Welcome back to Noreen Helpband's Wild at Heart Roundtable Show. Yeah, people are saying, gonna miss you when Chatsy switches off. Hope you reconsider coming over to me. Yeah, Well, yeah, when they shut it off, I'll have to. That's fine. No big deal. Right? So, Nick, I think when they shut it off, we're going to have to go to the Matrix. That's where it goes.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it runs when, there's more people there, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Right now,
yeah.
I'm kind of looking at it once in a while, seeing what's being posted, and it's just the same old, this is how bad it is, this is how bad it is, this is how bad it is, this is how bad it is.
Mm-hmm.
Same old,
Okay.
I don't even go and chat anymore. Because, there's just nobody even thinking about talking about solutions, I'm afraid.
Well, whatever. I mean, I don't worry. I think you're expecting a little bit much from them, but whatever. Anyway, whatever.
Well, I'm expecting a little bit much from people in general, I guess.
Yeah,
to
you are.
take charge and take back their own destinies. That's
Well,
asking
I
too
agree
much.
with that.
Well,
no, I agree with that.
That's really all I'm asking.
No.
Because when we talk about the behavior of government and talking about that, we're saying they have charge of our destiny. We're saying, Biden says this, and so this is how the world is, and we all react to that.
I think you're missing the point of what I'm saying. I'm not saying you don't have a point, okay? But what I'm saying, I had this talk with somebody recently.
Mm-hmm.
Let me finish.
Yep.
I had a talk about this recently, okay? And this isn't about, we know we have to just say F you to the system and take charge, take it back, okay? We know this, so let me finish. We know this. But the problem is that we have to deal with, to dismantle this thing is not an overnight thing. So people talk about it because this is the thing we've been doing for thousands of years. And we got to get rid of it, but not in that way. There's like a way to do it, okay? Anyway.
Well, for me,
there's a strategy to it. There's a strategy to it. It's not the first, number one, thing you got to do is say, no, we're not doing this. That's the number one, okay? I think we're on the same same level there with that. But I think what happens right after that can be a little complicated. It doesn't mean that it's not possible, but it's a little complex. I don't think it's just about, you just take it back and that's it. Well, yes and no. I think you have to have a strategy. Okay, that's all I'm saying about that. Anyway, so Bernaise sauce.
Oh,
No, I'm just commenting of the people in chat. Go ahead.
Well, what they're doing and what we're helping them do when we focus on them and their actors is that they are collectivizing us. They want us thinking the same thing. They want to harmonize our thinking, our perspectives. So, when I was listening to Alex Jones, he talked more on his own perspective, even though he also delved into the news, and he is a news hound. He had so much of his own perspective. I didn't see anything of what CNN was reporting or Fox in what he was reporting, because he would, point out how completely off their rocker and absurd they are. And then he would start talking about his, the reality, the way far more of a reality than I'd ever heard anyone speak. And it just clicked with my entire life's experience. Everything that he spoke on was everything that I observed but could never, ever really articulate until I started listening to him. But they got to him, and they got to him right around the time that Trump came on. And it was around 2015, 2016 that, Alex Jones went from getting people out of this left-right pendulum line of thought And right around 2016, he went right back into it. It was amazing. And I am very dismayed at all of the Alex Jones fans out there who did not perceive this change in him. It was profound. And so what I'm hearing now is, is when we start on Fox and whatever else, Reuters, we're staying on that report, on the way that is being reported. We're not putting our own perspective on it. We're just discussing our own reaction to what's being reported. And to me, that is helping them harmonize our thinking and giving that power. So what I'm talking about is, no, we don't need to take the world back. We need to take back our individual destinies. And, the way we do that is, I guess, that's multifaceted. But, I mean, yeah, that is multi-layer. And something, but I think once we disconnect, we unplug from the matrix, from the system, our brains can start to function the way they were designed to function and not be, tuned in by all of the programs that come through television, through the newspaper, through the radio. If we can, I guess, in a way, emulate Alex Jones in that he was able to maintain his own perspective despite being a news hound and reading from the mainstream articles. Like I say, when I listened to him, I didn't hear anything in those articles in his words. I heard his perspective, and he would start and, really tear apart all of these articles that he would read. And that's what I used to do. So in my early days of radio, is I would just go to like Monsanto's website and just read from it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And
they'll tell you right there, yeah, it'll kill you, and it's a great thing. We need to kill people. It's wonderful. And they they'd be saying that in their flowery, wordy ways. But, and I could interpret that. But it was so painful to do that. I couldn't do it. And that's why, I kind of get it when I talk to people about, when we use the vernacular, like calling politicians our leaders, kind of cements in this, especially sheeple's minds.
Yeah, okay, enough of that. I put an Alex Jones video in a short one in True Free. Sorry, I
was coming to a point, but anyway, go ahead.
Well, anyway, we'll end it and then play this video. Go ahead.
It's okay. I was going to come around to a point, and I know I stepped on a trigger word that you react to. But anyway.
Yep. Anyway, okay. So anyway, maybe you'll come back to that. Can you play this little excerpt that I sent you? Thank you.
How are you feeling today, Alex?
I actually feel good because I get a chance to, for the first time, say what's really going on instead of the corporate media and high-powered law firms manipulating what I actually did. And before we do that, I just do want to say this on record because I've said it many times. I apologize to both.
Sustained. So, Mr. Jones, one of the instructions I just gave you is that this is not a conversation. It's question and answer.
So she got the monologue, but not me. I got it.
You're already under oath to tell the truth. You've already violated that oath twice today. It seems absurd to instruct you again that you must tell the truth while you testify, yet here I am. Do you understand what I have said?
Yes, I believe what I said was true.
Yes, you believe everything you say is true, but it isn't. Your beliefs do not make something true. That is what we're doing here. Just because you claim to think something is true does not make it true.
Did you know that 12 days ago, your attorneys messed up and sent me an entire digital copy of your entire cell phone with every text message you've sent for the past 2 years, and when informed, did not take any steps to identify it as privileged or protect it in any way. And as of 2 days ago, it fell free and clear into my possession. And that is how I know you lied to me when you said you didn't have text messages about Sandy Hook. Did you know that?
I told you the truth. This is your Perry Mason moment. I gave them my phone, and then...
Mr. Jones, you need to answer the question.
No,
Did you know
this happened? No, I didn't know this happened.
Get your gun out, Mr. Jones.
It's not gum.
Well, what is it? Because you're not allowed food or gum of any kind in the program.
I had my tooth pulled a week and a half ago, and I had some gauze in there earlier, and it's been causing me to have some pain.
So you're chewing on your gauze?
Would you like me to show you?
No, I just want you to answer my question.
No, I was massaging the hole in my mouth with my tongue. I'm sure, right here.
I don't want to see the inside of your mouth.
Oh, no, there's no gum. Hole.
Sit down.
Truth is what we base our reality on. And we have to agree on that to have a civil society. Sandy Hook is a hard truth. Hard truth. Nobody would want to ever believe that 26 kids could be murdered. Nobody would ever want to believe that. I understand people not wanting to believe that, actually. I don't want to believe it. Having a quarter of Americans doubt that Sandy Hook happened or doubt the facts around Sandy Hook is not conducive to keeping our kids safe. It's not.
That's it. I'm not talking anymore. You're not doing this. That's not even a thought. That's not the way this goes.
Question 1A, $50,000. Question 1B, $10,000. Question 1C, $50,000. Question 1D, no dollars. Question 2A, $1.5 million. Question 2B,
that's the end of the video.
Right. Yeah. Listen to that judge. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Talk about something's up with her.
And when
she does not like him.
When a judge or any claimed authority figure says, "Do you understand?" It's pretty much standard procedure. You don't say yes. Last thing you do is you claim you understand anything they say, because they are wordsmiths. They accused him of lying and saying something is true just because they claim they believe it's true. You know, I wouldn't doubt that judge is just another actor.
Yeah, it's just like off when she's not working as a quote judge. She's kind of a bizarre SJW type with the blue hair and all of that stuff. So, very strange.
So there was a supposed mother of a Sandy Hook victim lecturing him.
I guess.
You know, that woman.
I guess.
Just so fake they are. They're so plastic. It's.
Yeah.
There was another shooting. I can't remember which one it was, but supposedly the shooter's brother did an interview. And I'll bet you some people know exactly what I'm talking about already. This guy was such a buffoon, and the act he was putting on was so plain. It was, I was starting to wonder if any of these shootings are real.
Yeah. Yep.
But so far as you can tell, those 7-Eleven shootings, those were real, right?
Oh, yeah. I think so, yeah. Yeah. No. Sandy Hook, I mean, the thing that makes me question is because people thankfully like Jim Fetzer, okay, had actually shown how some of these names and faces have repeated themselves in other, shooting/scenarios. Right. So, I don't know. It's just so strange. And I think the reason why this is so weird is because let's say that there are some people that die. It's completely possible in all these shootings, right? But just because some people die doesn't mean that they can't throw in a few fakeries either. It's just so strange, I don't know.
Well,
so weird.
It's come out in the mainstream news that the FBI puts these people up to it. The FBI staged the first World Trade bombing. That's public knowledge.
Yeah.
So, I mean, all you need to do is be guilty of that one time, and there you're condemned. And yet here they are still in power? Like, that's how stupid and gullible we are.
People don't want to believe it. That's what I think. Look, this could be extended to everything. The jab, 9/11, false flags, the economy, politics, this and that. It's just people don't want to believe. It's almost like living in a world where it's like, not only am I kind of ignorant of contextual situations, but I don't want to face this one thing. So you know what? I'm just not going to acknowledge it. This is what people are doing. The JAB, right? Oh, just no way people could die from the JAB. Because I got it all, and I think it's good, and why would there be any reason why I shouldn't believe it? This is where they're at, right? You know?
Well, I still have to dig up that video of the guy who talks about the best of all possible worlds. That, you know, so many people believe that this is the best the world can be. And so they're afraid that if we do anything like mistrust the government or do anything that the government says not to do, that we jeopardize the best of all possible worlds.
Because they don't have a historical or sociological context to compare. That's a big problem. You know, there's a dumbing down effect for decades going on, you know, in society. So people really have no context. They just don't have a frame of reference. That's why they think this is okay. What are they going to compare it to if they don't know? Literally, I think they're ignorant. They don't have any understanding of anything. This is why they believe in the gender bender stuff. Because what can you compare it to, right? Oh, gender bender. Oh, the jab. Oh, I guess it's okay because I have nothing else to compare it to. It's a kind of a spiritual and intellectual ignorance. Yep, that's what it is.
Yeah, and there's ignorance and there's nescience. What's
that?
You know, well, ignorance is you have access to the information, somebody's trying to tell you the information, and you have no reason to disbelieve it. They have more evidence than necessary to prove what they're saying, and yet you still refuse to believe it. That is ignorance. Nescience is never having access, exactly what you talk about. They have no frame of reference, no way to think outside of the box that they were born in.
Exactly.
They're nescient. And that's kind of the issue is we got the gray area of people who have had people like you and me trying to tell them the truth and wake them up and get them to see the broader picture. But they're so afraid. Again, they're still stuck in the best of all possible worlds. And so they're so afraid that if anything we say is true, then that shatters their whole worldview, basically all of it.
Isn't that interesting how that is? That is amazing. For us, it's like a relief. For them, it's just like a threat. It's strange.
And what they don't realize, the problem that I think one of the biggest hurdles is they don't realize that the shattering of the worldview, such as it is definitely a gift, a wonderful thing, because what's behind that veil, what's behind that, this fake world that they've created is freedom, is, the real world as it really is. It's exactly as Plato tried to describe it. We're all stuck in this cave. I liken the classroom to Plato's cave, and the textbooks are the shadow puppets on the wall. And we're told to believe that's the world. But there are people like Einstein and, everybody who rebuked that and got themselves freed away from those shackles that, refuse to believe that these stupid shadow puppets they're putting on the wall is anything to do with reality. And so I have no doubt that Einstein was instantly set upon and said, yeah, okay, you figured this out, but you utter one peep of this, and you're going to meet with misfortune, right? And so he had to toe the line, like all the rest, like Alex Jones. So that's just because, the bug's life is another analogy where, one ant, two ants aren't going to bother the grasshoppers. But when 1 billion ants find out, the grasshoppers are going to be overrun and shut down. And they're no longer going to be able to sleep. Yeah.
You know, the Great Reset, they want you to eat grasshoppers, right? You will own nothing and be happy and eat grasshoppers with sriracha sauce. Just kidding. Oh boy. Oh boy.
So that's the challenge, is to try to get people to see, we might shatter your worldview, but what's behind that is far greater, better than you can ever imagine. Once we give up our convenience and our addiction to this parasite economy, it could be rough because they're not going to go easy. They're going to try to make us stink, and they'll kill some of us, and that's okay. As far as I'm concerned, I'll be one of the ones on the front line for you if I can leave behind a legacy of freedom for somebody else.
Right. Well, in a strange way, we're sort of doing that now by talking about it on air, whatever. I don't know, but yeah.
I think like I'm here to formulate a strategy that we can use to communicate what I just said and what we're trying to say. If the way we can condense that down into a few sentences, or even some kind of presentation or so, like Jordan Maxwell used to do. But we got to get better than that, because what Jordan Maxwell dedicated his entire life to this, and he got somewhere, but he didn't succeed in fixing the world. So we can fix the world because we are the world.
I think that one person is kind of hard to do, but it's definitely, people like him are contributors in a big way,
For sure.
So that's good.
So that's pathetic. This judge is a squirmy little maggot. And Alex Jones, as far as I'm concerned, is a real person who dedicated his life to the service of others.
Yes,
and it's
he did.
disgusting that this little maggot could dominate him like that. It just makes me sick.
Oh, I know. And the lawyers, for the prosecution, too, horrible. The way they talked to him, too. I should find excerpts on that. But, that was bad,
that's
too.
All judges are. It's just lawyers. It's just all lawyers.
I know. I know.
Lawyers are liars. They're designed to turn you over, turn on you. And they're designed to their purpose is to subjugate you and feed you into the system. That's what a lawyer is.
Yeah. Let me see. What was I looking at here? Yeah, there's a few other news stories. I was just scrolling here. Let me just transition real quickly to food for a moment, because we do these things too. Let me see. I was talking about my keto ice cream before the break. Couldn't find that. For that particular brand of keto, or I like a lot of the standard ones, but I think anything with chocolate or anything with raspberry. But the problem with keto is it's so limited. I mean, I would love to even try strawberry or anything, really.
It's got to be pretty expensive too, right?
You know what? It's not that much different from, say, a pint of Haagen-Dazs, something like that. You can find Haagen-Dazs on sale too, but I don't eat that. But the point I'm making is it's a little bit pricey, but not compared to the others. It's about the same, maybe, for a pint. So, as I was saying earlier, I'm on a quest to look for that still, but my feeling is because of this food supply problem, I'm going to have to visit a few markets to find it. In other words, what I would normally have done in the past, just go to one, or one that I know that usually carries it and just rely on them. No, I have to visit more than one now. Or whatever. I have to. I don't even eat as much or buy as much groceries as I did in the past. So it's not a big deal that I have to search for this one item, whatever. What was I going to say? Yeah, and also what am I doing now? Experimenting with imitation crab. I've always liked that, but now I'm using for the past few months, I've been eating that with vegan. I make a dipping sauce. So I will make the base of this dipping sauce will be vegan mayo, would be the base. Because vegan sour cream, yeah, it's okay. Yeah, vegan ice cream is okay. Yes, and what was I saying? Vegan sour cream, whatever. I have vegan cream cheese, but that's not as good with the imitation crab. It's okay. So the vegan mayo is the base foundation. Then I add spices to it, right? I can't eat really spicy anymore, but I do add some and some seasonings and spices, and so even paprika a little bit, right? Some other things, and I mix it up, and I put it on the imitation crab on a bed of lettuce. So that's sort of a fun thing I've been doing for the past few months. And what was I going to say? But I have to get imitation crab that does not have MSG, which is actually not hard to find because a few actually do. I have to read, but most don't, so I'm okay. So I also do a combination of making a salmon and tuna salad mixture, and then if I want to do a seafood salad, so I have a bed of lettuce and drop the salmon tuna salad, which I don't put eggs in, and I use vegan mayo, okay, and I use organic relish. Drop it on the lettuce, and then on the other side of lettuce would be my imitation crab pieces with the dipping sauce, and I mix it all up. And another good thing to go with it, I have to use this a little sparingly, but I do buy a Vietnamese spring roll sauce, and that's got a little bit of a kick to it, but it's good. And really, it's a good dipping sauce for wraps. If people like to make tortilla wrap sandwiches, that's actually a good dipping sauce. I recommend that you guys experiment with it. You might like it. Depending on where you live and if you could get direct access, but if you can't go online, they probably sell it. You can order it. So I would suggest to people, if you want a little variety that's kind of healthy, I think this sauce is okay. I mean, it's not perfect, but hey, it's good with my wraps. I make Ezekiel tortilla wraps with salmon, tuna salad, other imitation crab, the same kind of mixture sort of, or other things. And actually broiled salmon, that's good with it too. So this spring roll sauce, this Vietnamese spring roll sauce, is a perfect dipping sauce. I really, really recommend you guys try it. You will like it. I'm telling you, I think you guys will like it. Another good thing, if you don't like wraps as much, that dipping sauce is good for your French bread sandwiches. Because the Vietnamese they got some of their cuisine in the modern era from the French, who were colonizers and all this. So, they're really into the French bread and the banh mi sandwiches, the French style sandwiches with a Vietnamese twist. So I don't know if they dip their sandwiches in, because I've had these before, but I don't remember the spring roll sauce being a factor. But I'm telling you, you could do that too. So if you like to make sandwiches, think of it as an au jus, like an au jus sauce, right? I don't know if I said that right. And this acts as a similar kind of dipping sauce for a variety of sandwiches, wraps, and I would even say appetizers. I think some of you are into, I haven't had these in a while. What is it? Jalapeno poppers, fried zucchini. Traditionally fried zucchini, ranch dressing, tomato sauce, those are okay. I can't really eat those anymore. I haven't had fried zucchini and gone whatever. But I would think if I had something like that, I would actually dip it. I would actually try it with that spring roll sauce and see how it goes. It might be okay. Oh my God. I forgot to eat my my sweet potato tater tots tonight. They're still in the toaster oven. I just have to heat them up again. But I can't eat too many before I go to bed, but I have them for tomorrow. Yay. Because I cooked them and I forgot about them. Okay. So because I had something else, I'm like, yay, so I could go back and those are good. Now those I bought in the frozen section. They're sweet potato tater tots. And I bought a few cauliflower mash, which is, cauliflower as a base to make a pseudo potato dish, right? Those are good. I've cooked them, but they're still in my freezer. But I'm looking forward to my sweet potato tater tots. Have you ever had those, Nick?
I grew up on those tater tots, and we always loved those. I've never had sweet potato. It sounds good.
It's good. It's really good. And you know what? I just decided it doesn't sound like a match, but I think I'm going to dip them in that spring roll sauce. That would be good. I think that might work. But that's me. I'm a little funky with that, okay? Not everyone's going to be okay with this combination or combinations I've mentioned, but I'm okay with it, but that's me.
It's something my cooking skills lack is sauces.
Oh, I'm not a big cook on that. I mean, these are store-bought mostly. The sauces I did make, I mentioned earlier, would be the vegan mayo sauces I make, or dipping sauces or whatever that I make with it. And that's your vegan mayo is your foundation, but.
So I was at the superstore one day, and I noticed 5-pound bags of oranges for $8.
Mm-hmm.
I went back. I happened to be back at the same superstore the next day. 5-pound bags of oranges, $9.
Oh, really?
And I was at superstore again today. 5-pound bag of apples, $9. Apples do grow here. Oranges do not. So it's interesting to me that a product that doesn't have to move that far is going through the roof price-wise, and a product that does have to move a long ways is also going through the roof price-wise. It has nothing to do with logistics. It just has to do with jacking up the prices to freak us all out. So that's something I noticed. And I'm not buying it. I think it's fake. It's just more.
Well, it is fake, but it's happening. And where I live, it's a little worse than where you live. Okay, that's all.
I also believe that all these disaster prognostications, none of that is happening. I don't buy any of it. Even Jay Parker, who's right up there with Mark Passio, a guy I actually would like to get on someday. But I actually have his Skype contact, but he has never ever responded to any of my messages, other than to accept my contact. Jay Parker is saying all the grocery store shelves will be empty this fall. So I'll see. We'll see. If Jay Parker is wrong,
they're going to be empty. I'm not feeling empty, but there might be a little more sparse. I don't know.
Basically,
something like that.
If grocery store shelves are empty, that's basically the collapse of society. That's what that's basically saying.
You're correct. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So, we'll see. I'm not putting in, I'll put money against that, okay? I'll bet you $50 we still have grocery store shelves full through Christmas, through next year, through next summer, through, I'm not going to predict too far ahead. Because, I don't doubt collapse could happen when they decide it's time to pull a pin and collapse society. But I don't think that's anytime soon. And I really don't think. It's kind of like, and I'm not sure this is the case either, but it's possible that, they would have nuked us by now if not for divine intervention.
Right.
The same thing with, they can try to collapse if they want. I don't see it happening.
Right.
And I don't think it's helpful to raise that alarm. Go ahead.
Maybe not. Flat Moon Pie says in chat, I gotta have fried crackling bread, fried beans, and a few hot peppers. Fried crackling bread. That's I can't really eat that, but it does sound interesting. Have you ever had that? Nick?
I don't know what that is.
Fried crackling? I don't know either.
I actually made French toast for the first time in decades yesterday.
Really?
That's fried bread.
Huh. No, yeah, that's true. I'm going to type in fried crackling bread. Crackling bread.
It was crackling, but it was fried. I had to crack some eggs to do
it. Yeah, to make it jump. Crackling bread. There's crackling cornbread. I don't know if that's what he means. Crackling bread. It does sound like a Louisiana kind of thing this person's talking about. Oh, there we go. Fried crackling bread. Yeah, Southern, of course. Taste of Southern. Sounds to me like, let's see here, cooks.com. Oh, boy. Oh, that's a channel, a website that if you focus on it too much, you're going to get fat. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Because it's not like organic health food recipes, which you think, yeah, I can eat endless amounts of that sort of kind of, but this here, no. That's why I don't really go to these, because I figure, what's the point? I can't eat it, and I would want to, so I can't. So I just go to I just read. If I'm in the mood to read this stuff, recipes, because I get so many emails with so many recipes that are organic from these various types of sites. So that's plenty for me. But since I happen to be curious about what this is, crackling bread, fried. Okay, so the ingredients would be salt, flour, baking powder, cooking oil, sugar, milk, hot water, and cracklings. What are cracklings? What's cracklings? What's cracklings? I'm going to look this up. I'm curious. Oh, I was right. It is a cornmeal base. There we go. Okay, enough of this. I can't talk too much about this because, when am I going to eat it? No. Okay, so that's what I thought. It is a cornbread thing. Yes, flat moon pie, he converted. Yes, cornbread with crackles in it. Hey, please enjoy it on my behalf, okay? Because I can't eat it, but I want you guys, seriously, I'm not kidding. Please, if you can eat this stuff, enjoy it. Enjoy it while you can, right? Because if they're trying to take down our groceries from our shelves, you might as well enjoy the stuff while you can. I don't blame you, okay? Just because I can't eat it doesn't mean, if they're going to take it down, you better eat it and enjoy it before they do. But you know what? That even covers the quote-unquote organic, healthy, whatever effing recipes. Yeah, when they take it down, that affects that too. So it's all bad. It's all bad, right? Right? I don't know why. I want to throw in the word cannabis. Fried cornbread, cannabis, crackling bread. It's like, why do I, because it's a C word. That's why I'm going to throw in the cannabis, right? But hey, don't get any ideas. Get some ideas. Put some cannabis in it. Make it a real good time. Please, on my behalf. Just right. That's what it needs, right, Nick? A little bit of the cannabis to give it a little bit of a edge for crackling bread.
I know cracked buckwheat would be good.
That would be good. Yeah, you know what? There's ways to get around and make this. You know what? I have put this on the shelf literally for a while. I have a little mini bread maker. It's not a bread maker. A cake, it's like a waffle iron, but you put mixtures of flour and you make your own bread / pancakes or whatever. I haven't even used it yet, but I'm thinking I got some flour that's healthy, so I need to just start to get into this and make it. I think I'm going to do that because that way I don't have to keep buying. And now that I buy a lot of the stuff, I don't. It's hard to find healthy, organic, quote, bread items anyway, but I think I'm going to start making my own. Oh, boy. Haven't even used my juicer yet this summer, and I need to start doing that. I'm going to make me some celery juice, people, again. Yay! With a little apple in it. Yay! Yeah, but I've been eating it more than ever, so I think I'm going to make it with apple. Throw in some apples into the... Oh, that sounds good. Yeah! Yes! Noreen, you're funny. I know. Crackling cannabis cornbread recipe. Hey, right? So, yeah, wow. It does sound like a Louisiana favorite. That's for sure. For sure, for sure.
I
Even
think
though
it
it
would be
may not
nice
be. But
if we ever get out of this petrol prison, that we can start surrounding ourselves with hemp products again.
yeah, well, we have some. I get some. I buy some. But yeah, we need more.
Well, you got polyester is probably one of the most ubiquitous materials in the world. I mean, it's everything. Polymers in general, but especially polyester. Your couch is probably polyester. It's got, most of your clothing. It's polyester, and it's a very good material. It's very strong, and it has application.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it should go away forever, but I think even polyester off-gases toxins.
Yeah, that does.
And I don't care how old hemp gets.
Sorry, I mean, I know polyester is so common in our clothes, but it's so funny when you just said it gives off toxic gases. Well, remember in the 70s when it was like stylish for John Travolta and all them to have those disco polyester suits? Well, think about it. While they're dancing, it's giving off like asbestos. It's like, right, staying alive with the asbestos coming off my polyester, right?
Well, you know what? Mainly it's carpets. Carpets are one of the worst offenders for off-gassing.
I know.
And furniture.
Staying alive. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
Staying alive with a polyester carbon off my suit. Right? Maybe that's what Alex Jones needs to start doing when he enters a courtroom. He needs to wear his disco Saturday Night Live special extra large polyester courtroom dance suit. Yay! Right? That's what he needs to do.
Well, no, you know what he should do is wear a hemp suit, and then they would all crumble to the floor in agony because they're all vampires who are allergic to hemp.
Oh, I get it. That's a good one. Right. Take this, get that suit off your body. Right. Get it off. That'd be funny. Like a hemp suit. But I think the polyester is funny, too. It's hilarious.
Found this cool water bottle at Home Depot. It's got a little spritzer on it. So you can either drink the water or you can press the button and it spritzes you. Gives you a spray of water.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
I've been actually looking for one of those fans that have a little spray bottle on it. So you can spray water.
Oh, you can get those online. They used to sell them here all the time. I could get it here anywhere, but you could go online and get those easy. They're easy to find.
Used to be at the dollar store.
You have those dollar stores. Yeah, exactly.
They have those little fans, but not with a little sprayer. And at Home Depot, they had a spray.
Really? You could get them here at the dollar store, but anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, I've been you see it now, you don't at the dollar store. Right? They'll have something.
Right.
That's great tools there. They used to have brand name items for and Dollarama was never more than $4. They've actually upped that to $5 now. Some things are more. But actually, still, you can get some fantastic things for most things are still below $4. So yeah, you can get name brand tools and everything. But now
you will own nothing. Mm-hmm.
But now their tool section is pathetic. They don't have tools anymore.
Well, it is pathetic because Nick, you will own nothing and be happy. That's why no tools for you, right? No tools for you.
Just have to put holy water in this, and then I can spritz Klaus into oblivion.
There you go. Say, take this, Klaus. Ah! Right? Maybe a good way to torture him would be to throw him in a cell with Alex Jones and have Alex Jones just scream at him the way he used to scream. Right? Klaus Schwab, I'm going to own everything you own. Oh, God.
That's what Cecil Rhodes said. Their whole thing, in one of his wills, he said that we need to gradually absorb the wealth of the world.
Mm-hmm.
And that's exactly what they're doing. That's what a Rhodes Scholar is.
Mm-hmm.
And as far as I'm concerned, that's what all universities are designed to do, is train people to work toward that agenda of absorbing the world's wealth.
Mm-hmm.
People think they're so smart. I mean, it's mainly there to make people feel superior to others.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of the main gist of the universities now.
You know, it'd be a good Halloween costumes for this coming Halloween. Alex Jones Halloween costume. There you go. You got to put some padding on you to be heavy, and you got to wear a Superman suit that says AJ on the chest. And you got to shout when you walk down the street, trick or treating. You got to shout, "Give me that right candy that I want!" Right? That's what you got to do. Or you could dress up if you're female as one of the Kardashians or one of those TikTok butt models, and just stuff your ass with the biggest, pillows and balloons, and just walk down the street. Oh, God, that fly. Get off of me. Ah! Oh, my God. Oh, that was weird. Anyway, I guess it was attracted to my Alex Jones / Kim Kardashian imitations. But, that would be good to go as a duo. If you're a male, you could dress up as AJ. And if you're female, you could do some kind of, butt cheek model Kardashian thing, and you guys could be a duo at a Halloween party or trick or treating, and hey, Alex Jones, that's a great Halloween costume because you don't even have to ring the doorbell. You just scream, "I'm a trick or treater, open the door!" Right? "I want my candy!" Right? "I know I'm being taken to court, but who cares?" Right? There you go. Halloween special with Alex Jones. Featuring the Kardashian sisters. Oh, yeah, that's right. If you're going to go trick-or-treating as a Kardashian, you don't hold your candy bag in front of you. You hang it on your ass, okay? So when Alex Jones screams and demands you open the door, then the the resident opens the door with the candy and then basically throws it just at AJ, Alex Jones, right? But then they strategically, throw it in like a basketball hoop. They throw in the candy in the bag that's hanging off her ass. There you go. I think I got Halloween down pat. What do you think, Nick?
I think it's always depressing when I start to see the Halloween decorations in
No,
August.
you have to be a Debbie Downer after I did the funniest Halloween joke of the year. Alex Jones and Kim Kardashian with her Halloween butt bag full of candy. I think that's so beautiful and so funny. Okay. Oh, my God. Mace 139 is in the house. Lols, Noreen. Ha, you are funny. Yes, I am funny tonight because I'm talking about silly stuff like Alex Jones and Kardashian imitations coming to a neighborhood near you on Halloween. Yes, the world has come to a crazy juncture. Halloween won't even be politically correct, even though we're pretty funny about it tonight. And we got some great Halloween costume ideas for you guys out there. But by the time it rolls around, Alex Jones will be in jail. Kim Kardashian will be strung out on whatever she's strung out on. And I'm not accusing her of being a drug addict. I'm just saying she's whatever she's into. So, this Halloween will be rather sad, I think. And this is my early prediction here, okay? Anyway. Blessing is in the house. Yo, yo, yo. Oh, my God. What is it? About 10 minutes to the end of the show, I think. Let me see. Yeah, I was right. About 8 minutes or so. So, next week will be just another crazy installment again of this show. We'll probably be digging up more. How about music? Because there's copyright issues. Okay, right? But videos and content upon our wonderful research here that we do. I do some, of course, and I'm always tuned into stuff. So, whatever. That's why you have a pretty damn good show from me and Nick, because we are very tuned in. and Revolution Radio has a new, they're going to take down this Chatsy in a day. So, yeah, we got to register back into the Matrix chat room, people. So, I'm telling my listeners here to transition from Chatsy tomorrow to the Matrix chat room, which you could get probably off of the freedomslips.com main page. I'm sure the link is there. So yeah, I was in it, but I got to get back into it because Chatsy will be closed. Alex Jones is going to yell about that, you guys. He will. Because when he's talking about this big trial he's experiencing, he's going to put in a little side note comment and say, God, Revolution Radio, they're always changing their chat rooms, but I have no choice but to tune in. That's what he's going to say. I promise you, I bet he will be saying that, okay? Because Alex Jones is a secret listener to Revolution Radio. I'm kidding. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows, right? But then saying that, seriously, there's probably some bigwigs that listen to us because, quite frankly, they're searching up and down and everywhere possible for just new content just to listen to. So I know they're listening. So shout out to you guys if you're listening to me in particular, because I'm saying hello to you, even though you won't admit that you're listening to all of this or whatever, because you can't publicly admit it. But, but you are, and that's cool. And thank you for your support too, right? Just saying that. And, what is this? What is this thing here? What is this? So we got about, 3 minutes left, I think? Something like that. I think there is another roundtable on after me, right? So, that's on A. And, yeah. So that's always good, Revolution Radio, we still have 80 plus hosts, I think. We're still going strong. Thanks to you guys. And, man, I gotta get up every time to read the damn chat room because I'm in a position where I'm okay, can I see it from here? So don't mind me if I crackle this chair in order to get a better view of this chat room. Yep, because we got some new people in there. I mean, not new, but people that just joined in that weren't in there earlier. Let's see here. We accidentally gave Chatsy the new backs and it only has 24 hours left. Flat Moon Pie, that's a good one. Alex and Trump going to Gitmo. Ooh, yeah. Yep. That was, and then Blessings in the House. I said that already. Wow. Do you guys ever you know what? I'm not big into Pinterest, but I have an account. I do, I admit it. They do have some interesting things in there. I have to admit that. I'm not kidding. And they're really strange things, but they're actually interesting. Oh God. You guys are going, Pinterest? You gotta be kidding me. Pinterest? No, please do not talk about Pinterest, right? It's stupid. I mean, Reddit's probably a little better than Pinterest for whatever it's worth, right? So, and I do have a Reddit account because I like things like astrology, human design, and so on and so forth. So, to me, it's worth having Reddit just to look at that kind of stuff. Really, it really is. Do you look at Reddit sometimes, Nick?
It comes up in searches sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
But no,
wow.
I don't go there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's okay. I mean, it's something that people look to for certain things, right? Certain things. You're not going to find everything. But you can find some off the cuff stuff. I think that's the music. This is Noreen Halpa, Wild at Heart Roundtable Show. See you guys next week. Take care. Bye-bye.
revolution